Hey Blazers, this episode is brought to you by Audible.com, an Amazon company. Get a free audiobook download and a 30-day free trial at www.audibletrial.com/Blaze Entertainment.
Or visit the sponsor and supporters links on our website at entertheblaze.com. With over 180,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player. Now let's start the show.
No gold is not in her. She's a diamond under her. Wanna lay it down, I'll try my heart. Don't I know gold is not in her.
What's going on, Blazers? We are back with another episode of Blaze Entertainment Spotlight Edition. I am your host, Kwame, joined by the beautiful, the melanin proficient, the always on time, finally, Miss Free. What's going on, girl?
Not even finally. You keep telling people that I'm always on time.
On time, yes, ma'am. How you doing, boo?
I'm good. I'm a little tired.
I feel that. This is this is one of our few interviews that we've done that's on a
Monday.
On a Monday in the beginning of the week.
On a Monday.
Yes, but we are excited to have an awesome gentleman and fellow podcaster and sports guru, in my opinion, and also melanin proficient, Mr. Cole Johnson. How are you, sir?
Oh, I'm doing fine, and the always on time reference. Now I'm thinking Ja Rule and Ashanti all of a sudden.
So what do you do? Like, let people know, because I don't want to, go. I always introduce people, and I don't want people to just hear my voice. This show is all about you, and this episode is all about you. So, tell us what you do, why you do it, and what we can expect more of.
All right. Well, I started to dip my toe into the media realm actually by being a content curator, and that's basically a fancy title for I see a story that's relevant, and in the immediate network in which I belong, I say to all the other networks, hey, this story is great. I believe that you need to share it. And so I would do it digitally, do it broadcast wise. So that is virtually what I do on the 9 to 5. Now, on the entrepreneurial side, I'm also a podcast producer. So, yeah, if anybody's looking to jump into doing a podcast and you want to have it sound right, I know how podcasts are supposed to sound right. I definitely can do that with no issues, no problems whatsoever. I can mix, I can master, I can post-produce. And not only just podcasts, I can also do music as well. So I do that. And, of course, you know of my show, Cole Sportz, and I will talk about my new show a little later on. But yeah, that's pretty much all in a nutshell who I am and what I do.
Right on. And for those who don't know, like, I don't know if you guys, 'cause me and Miss Free are not sports gurus. I just know that some guys look really nice in uniform, and that's the extent of our knowledge.
I know just enough.
Right. When I know for me, when I need, when I have questions about sports, I can always go to your podcast. And for those who don't know, Cole Sportz is in my opinion, one of the best sports podcasts out there. Definitely check it out. It is just, first of all, well produced. Number two, he has a wealth of knowledge when it comes to sports. And I thought I was knowledgeable in like Game of Thrones and Walking Dead and things that I like. This man knows his shit. So definitely check out Cole Sportz, and I can't emphasize that enough. What I'm personally excited about, because like I said, I'm not a big sports guru, is that your new show is coming out. And this kind of sprung out from the fact that you don't just talk about sports, you also talk about pop culture and other things as well, correct?
Absolutely correct. I mean, I have no subject that is off limits. It could be pop culture, it could be history, it could be social justice, it could be politics, it could be sports, it could be business. Any realm. I have my new show open. It's called Revelations. And
right on.
It really is all about, it's really all about how a person on this earth can contribute to the world, and how I actually learn from these unique people because, I'm talking to two unique people now with Kwame and Miss Free. I mean, just the richest of human being that you all are. Well, I mean, the fact that both of you are black is, the fact you'll talk about LGBTQ community topics, that's another. I mean, there's just so many realms of layers of things that on my show Revelations, I'll be free and able to talk about, because when I was doing these interviews with Cole Sportz, I was finding myself being limited because I would actually have to say, okay, well, this is a sports show, so I got to fit in a couple of sports questions, but I know I am leaving out people who probably don't have an interest, or if I were to talk sports to them, like if I were to say, well, yeah, Durant had 30 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists. Both you and Miss Free would look at the wall. Right. It's like I'm speaking Chinese to you. Exactly. So I'm thinking, okay, I know on my show I do things that relate to other people, but I'm thinking, how can I go an extra mile and take it a step further? So that's when Revelations came, and man, I'm excited about unveiling this new podcast.
I'm excited to hear it, first of all. I'm like, seriously, because I know that you have such and we follow each other on Facebook and Twitter and stuff like that. So I know that you have opinions on different things and world topics and pop culture and stuff like that. So it's just going to be really interesting to kind of see you vocalize that and use, your platform to be able to speak on things that you're passionate about, and just, other than, sports. And not to say that sports is not something to be passionate about, because there is a lot of things going on even in the sports realm that's worth talking about. So kudos to you, man, for just, taking that step and saying, because I know a lot of podcasters want to stay in their niche and their comfort zone. And I really appreciate that you kind of took that step to say, you know what, I want to do something more, what I'm saying? Like, in addition to what I'm doing currently. So that's awesome.
Thank you so much. That really means a lot to have that come from you. Thank you.
Well, I have a question for you, Cole.
Okay.
And the only reason why I really know some of these basketball, football, baseball players is because eventually they cross over into the pop culture world and they say something dumb that pisses me off. So my question to you would be, what's your opinion on mixing sports with politics and social justice? Do you think baseball players, basketball players, football players should just play ball, or do you think that they're entitled to their opinions, whether it be, a good thing or not?
Well, I think athletes are entitled to their opinion. Sure. Mm-hmm. There's no question about that. And actually, I welcome it. The more bravado they have in issuing their opinions, the more I like it, because it gives me material. Now, if they do some stupid stuff with it, and I love to talk about that and have no problems and issues doing that. But if they actually are enlightened, like say Colin Kaepernick, or even a Richard Sherman, I said too, because I believe that in sports you can actually have a brain, that it is possible for you to be athletic and think. It is possible for you to be athletic and feel. It is possible for you to be athletic and actually have an opinion that can influence and change the world. I mean, last year we celebrated the life of one Muhammad Ali, who definitely was the type that was athletic but had a big voice that helped people, that inspired people. So yeah, I welcome the platform of athletes having a platform and speaking on things and being intellectual and actually showing us all that it isn't about box scores and it isn't about just how much money they make, and it isn't about the X's and O's, that it is about being human and connecting with them. So that's really what it's about.
I just wanted to actually piggyback off of what you said, Ms. Free, in regards to having, like, because I know that's one of the things that you do on your show is Adults of the Week, and I kind of wanted to know, like, how do you battle or not battle? I guess what's the word? How do you incorporate some of these players' stupidity? You know what I mean? Because I know some of the things that we do on our show when it comes to celebrities and their stupidity, we rag on them, and we kind of. In addition to ragging on them, because it's funny to talk about the tea and what's going on in pop culture, but it's also important to bring about awareness of why this is problematic, or whatever they did was problematic, to the culture. And so I guess what one of the things that you do is Dolts of the Week. Dolts of the Week. Am I pronouncing that correctly? Dolts of the Week.
You are definitely pronouncing correctly.
Yes, and if you can just kind of elaborate on what that is and what you do, and just kind of explain like how you incorporate that into your show.
Okay, well, I do 2 shows a week, and every other show, the middle segment I do is called Dolt of the Week. And for those who don't know what dolt means, it is another word for idiot, or someone who does something stupid. And I mean, I have featured many people who have been that way. There was a soccer player that thanked his wife and girlfriend in the same sentence. So
oh no,
I highlight I highlight stupid things like that, and of course for anybody to really get exactly what it is a sports version of the Breakfast Club's Donkey of the Day.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, there's been some things. I've talked about Ezekiel Elliott pulling on a St. Patrick's Day parade, pulling down the shirt of a woman. A president of a club actually sleeping when he's scouting for new talent on the team.
Wow.
I focus on the stupid stuff like that just makes you say, what in the world is going on with you?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what Dolt of the Week is. And yes, I also extend that brand too, because I do have episodes called Dolt of the Month and Dolt of the Quarter, and it leads to the big show back that goes in January called the Dolt Awards, where I highlight all the dolts that have come from the past year, and then I give them this just reward.
That's kind of cool, actually. So
I thought you would like that.
Well, yes. Now, let me ask you something. When is your Revelations, your new show that's coming out? When is that being released, and where can people find it?
All right, it is going to be released August 1st, and I am so excited to unveil it. I have a slew of interviews off the bat, and the response that I have received from the people that I've interviewed, it has been absolutely overwhelming. And man, it's gonna be great. Right now, you can find it on Pippa. That's PIPPA.io. That's Pippa.io. That's where you'll be able to find it, and it will be released every Tuesday starting August 1st, because that is on a Tuesday. And man, I really am excited about this. And of course, I will roll out the carpet to you and Miss Free. You two are on the show. Name a time, name a place, because I gotta have the both of you on.
Thanks,
sir. Appreciate it. Now you're backing us into a corner. Because usually Marisol takes care of all of our scheduling. So, sorry, Marisol. This one we're gonna have to take care of for you. So, we usually stay out of her lane, but this one is a special one. So. Mm-hmm. But yes, I wanted to thank you, Cole, for jumping on the show and telling us about your world and the sports world, rather. So yeah, and just just being super authentic and just real, and in addition to that, bringing awareness, of the sports world, because there's tea in the sports world as well too. I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? So, right. So, but thanks so much for joining us on the show, and I would love to have you back on, man. And especially when Revelations kicks off, and you get a couple of shows under the that show's belt, I would love to have you back on and kind of tell us your experience on it and stuff like that. So.
Yes.
Oh, it would be a pleasure. Thank you, Miss Free. Thank you, Kwame.
Thank you.
And before you go, let us know all of your social medias, where everybody can find you, your websites, all that jazz.
All right. Well, on social media right now, it is Cole Sportz with a Z on Facebook, on Instagram, on Pinterest, except for Twitter. It is Cole_Sports with a Z. But you can find all of that and more at colesportswithaz.com. That is colesportswithaz.com. That is where you'll be able to find me. And you'll be able to find me in other places very soon as well. But definitely colesportswithaz.com. You can find me.
Right on. Thank you so much. All right, this has been another episode of Blaze Entertainment Spotlight Edition. I'm your host, Kwame, joined by the beautiful, the talented, the always gorgeous Miss Free. Thank you so much, Cole Johnson, for joining us and being real and awesome as always. And for sure, we will have you back on the show because you're just good peeps, man. So, yes.
Thanks.
Shout out.
Forward to it.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Say again.
No, I said I look forward to coming on another time because it's going to be great.
Right on. And shout out to the Podcast Discovery Center because that's where Cole and myself have met and budded a great friendship. So, and other amazing friendships out there. The Podcast Discovery Center is an amazing place to kind of build relationships with other podcasters and just kind of network. So it's a cool, safe place, and we've learned a lot and we've connected. So looking forward to more awesome people joining us on the show from the PDC. And so, yes, another episode in the bucket. We're out of here.
Have a nice day.
Bye.
Bye.